I have a unique job. I make my living using other people's minds. I'm a professional hypnotist. Half the time, I'm buzzing around the country entertaining thousands of college students. But the other half, I'm just your average guy. Either way, my life is never dull. The one constant is that people just don't understand what I do. Welcome to my hypnotic world. I'm Paul Ramsay, and I'm going back to school. The Back to School tour is ready to kick off. We've got 18 shows in 21 days lined up on the calendar right now, and that's in 12 different states. So there's been a lot of logistical planning, a lot of booking flights and hotels and rental cars, but I've done the other stuff to get me sort of mentally and physically ready. I've been working out more, I've been trying to eat better, I did my hypnosis sessions, but I definitely feel like I'm ready to get out, get on the road, to perform well, to stay healthy, and to have a really great back to school tour. So every year, my agent who handles the South region, Danny, he gets me 3 or 4 days down in North Carolina. I love going down to visit there. There's a lot of really great students, and it's just a nice place to visit. When I connected with the camera crew in Greensboro, I said to them, why don't we head back down to Charlotte, where I was 2 nights before, and let's catch up with those students and see if we can at least get them involved a little bit in the show. So I walk onto the Queens University campus, and I know that there's this spot where students love to hang out. It's this courtyard, and I'm thinking if I go there, I could probably interact with some students and we can get some fun stuff done, maybe do some hypnosis demonstrations. And there was one student in particular who had been in my show a couple nights before that I was like, he's so good at hypnosis. And as I'm walking up to the courtyard, I'm thinking to myself, it would be so cool if I could run into Jalen here. And as I walk up to the courtyard, I turn and look to the left, and he's standing 20 feet away from me. I knew we were gonna have some fun. Now, you've been hypnotized twice.
Twice, dose.
Yeah. Was the second time you did it in any significant way different than the first time that you can like put your finger on, or was it pretty much the same?
First time, it felt more like a high, like as if you were smoking reefer or something like that.
Yeah.
Second time wasn't that bad.
Just more kind of quiet.
I was talking to my crotch. I remember that.
You were talking to your crotch.
To my crotch.
That's right. Do people people talking to you about that all night long?
Yeah,
were they
they
like
still
all
do.
over? They
talk
still
about
do?
it in class.
Yeah, talking about it in class.
My professor asked me.
Jalen was there, and some of his friends were there too watching. So we started with him, and we did some real simple catalepsy stuff, getting your musculature stuck, kind of. And you try to pull that off. Try to pull. There you go. Good. Right now we're getting more. That's right. It's weird, right? It's cool though. It's weird and cool to try because I know. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then if we just now we'll just snap it and it'll come off. It'll come right off. See? That was good. Right? It's pretty. So we did some demonstrational stuff around that, and then we get done with the demonstrational part, and we're just talking, and Jalen decides he's going to be my life coach.
But you can't get too caught up in your work.
I'm not too caught up in my work.
You're going to get to the point where work is going to start to get boring.
Oh, no, not when you do what I do. Not when you do what I do.
So you saying that because you're in denial.
I'm not in denial.
Say it. Say I want love. Say I want love.
Of course I want love.
No, say I want love.
I just said I want.
No, you said of course.
I want love. I want love.
I want love. Say it
I
again.
want love.
Say it again.
I want love.
Scream it to the rooftop.
I want love.
There you go. See,
there
once
it
you
is.
say it and you mean that, then you gonna fall up. But until then, you gonna be.
How did this conversation even start? I wasn't even talking about, I didn't say I was lonely. And he starts telling me about all of these things that I need to know so that I can have a happier life. Why is this 19-year-old kid giving me relationship advice? I'm not there. I didn't talk about my relationships. I don't even know.
You gonna take me on tour in 2014?
No.
In 2014?
Well, I can't go this year.
Right, you have commitments.
Yeah, I have commitments.
You can't try to be everything to everyone, but you can say, this is the niche I want to work in. Do you want to do nightclubs? Do you want to do?
What should I do?
You are a charismatic young man. You should come up and you should train with me, and you should become a hypnotist. I'll tell you right now, that kid would make an amazing hypnotist. And if he wanted to come up and stay with me and learn to do it, I would do it for him in a heartbeat. What he was doing with me, you know, was really just joking around, right? But it's not a joke that he has that wit and he has that intelligence. I mean, he's really, really a smart young man. So I would train him to be a hypnotist in a heartbeat. Yeah. This was my second year getting to visit the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Beautiful campus, fantastic activities group. I mean, really great students with a great advisor, and they always take good care of me. Beautiful theater. I mean, just pretty much everything that you would ask for when you want to perform.
So it's my pleasure to introduce you to Ramsay. I hope you guys enjoy the show.
What do you think, my friends? You ready to play mind games with me tonight? Nice to see you again. How are you guys doing? You sound good, you look good. We're gonna have such a good time. I'm glad to be here with you again. How many of you have been hypnotized before? Raise your hand for me. Not very many of you at all. Oh my goodness. I pretty much just perform for colleges. I tour all over the United States performing for colleges. And that means I spend a lot of time in hotel terminal lobbies and airport terminals and bus stations and stuff. I travel all the time. And when I'm traveling, I meet folks. And I make small talk with folks, and eventually when you do that, you travel and you talk with people, they end up saying, why are you traveling, or why are you in town? And for me, that involves telling people what I do for a living. I always have to say, I'm here to do a hypnosis show for this college. And when people find out what I do for a living, they always ask me one of two questions. Really, at its core, it's the same question. They always either say, is that real? Or they say, does that really work? I use the first part of my show to talk to people about hypnosis in a hope that it will reduce their fear and make them a little more open to the idea of trying it. The next step is you got to give them a chance to sort of dip their toe in the water, you know? So what we do is we do some exercises, simple exercises that help them warm up their imagination, that help them see how the idea of suggestion works. Let it get heavier and heavier, watch it, feel it, and let that arm go down, down, down as it gets heavier. Now, where are your balloons? Are they 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet, floating, swaying, rising, lighter and lighter on the right hand as that left hand gets heavier and heavier? And on the count of 3, let your eyes open. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open. That's pretty fun, right? Once I have people in hypnosis, we have to figure out who is it really working the best for? I give them a simple challenge, basically, and that challenge is to forget their own name. Close your eyes. Good. Open your eyes. Do you have any pets at home?
No.
No. Your 4th grade teacher's name was?
Miss Blecker.
Right, your 3rd grade teacher's name was?
Miss Madden.
Your 2nd grade teacher's name was?
Mr. Hoover.
Your 1st grade teacher's name was?
Miss Contender.
Now that's fast. You see that? Good job. Very good. If you can produce amnesia in a person, they're well on the path to being a quality subject in a stage hypnosis show. At the UNC Greensboro show, there was a young man who I told him that whenever I said an activator word, a trigger word, he would become a Marine Corps drill instructor.
You get on the ground and you do all.
You do a push-up right there. Now, how long have you been doing that?
50 years, sir!
50 years, man, a long time. There's experience. Experience is what matters now.
He totally climbed into that character and became that character. I really do try to focus on making the students in my college shows the stars of the show. That's what they deserve and that's what I want for them. But I'm a human being and I do have an ego. And so once in a while, when there's a moment like this where I can do something that's really gonna surprise people and get a huge reaction out of them, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like it. Tonight was my second time at UNC Greensboro. Last year was my first time. Last year's show was great. Tonight,
just every bit as great. I mean, they filled every seat in the place, so that was awesome.
Turn right onto South Holden Road.
What you really hope is that people are going to get into it, their energy is going to be good. The biggest thing that I couldn't believe was how many people got hypnotized. I mean, there had to be 50 of them. There had to be 50 of them. It was crazy.
I literally had not eaten all day, and now it's midnight, and almost all of the restaurants are closed, except for one.
We're going to head to the Waffle House, and we're going to get some greasy Waffle House food and see what creatures of the night we can come upon. God, she won't shut up.
Great crowd at the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. Now we head to Boone, North Carolina, home of Appalachian State, where I get to perform for the single biggest audience I've ever performed for. Oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Now you're just talking shit.
No, I ain't talking shit. I'm talking the truth. See, when they start cussing, that's how you know they start.